ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललितान् श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। गीता शास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णो पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः। गीताध्यायनशीलस्य प्राणायामापरस्य च नैव शान्तिः पापानि पूर्वजन्म कृतानि च मलिने मोचनां पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृत् गीतामृतस्नानं संसारमरणासनं। गीतासु गीता कर्तव्या किमन्ये शास्त्रविस्तरे या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्मात् विनिश्चिता भारतामृता सर्वस्वं विष्णुवक्त्राद् विनिश्चितं। गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दन पार्थो वत्सा सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। हरे कृष्णा to everyone and welcome to Krishna Chaitanya channel. So today we will discuss the 24th day of the Bhagavad Gita series, and today it will be the topmost lesson. Today we will discuss the topmost lesson and the most simplest lesson you can also practice. And it's not for only the people who are from the higher classes, like the old age people. It's the people for 5 years, 4 years also. It's for the people for SC, ST, whatever it is, caste, creed. There is no single differentiation between this, because Krishna's mercy, every single person gets it, whether he is been distinguished by this human rights called as scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, other backward classes like that. Krishna's mercy is only one and equal in distribution. And just like that, today our lesson is also being equally distributed. So, before starting our eventual class, eventual session, we will have a normal agenda. So, at the starting point, we will there's a little bit changes now. At starting point only, we will do the recapitulation. When recapitulation happens, sloka recitation happens. After that, explanation happens. After that, notifications are there. Today, notification is totally it is there. So let us start with our agenda, let us go with the first part of the agenda. So, what we had discussed in these so many classes, so many sections happened, so many people watched. Eventually, I think so, 3 to 4K people watched these many classes and they have understood it very nicely. I'm very happy to see that many Krishna's devotees are happening. Not all about subscribers or likes or shares or comments. Many people are knowing, many people are saying in their comment section. If you have any doubts, you can see, you can go through the comment section. I will surely reply to you. So this all thing had been happened, and finally we are completing this shloka. We are completing this chapter, the first chapter, and we are stepping forward to the second chapter. So what we have discussed. So Arjuna's reason. We are discussed mainly that Arjuna's reasons of refusement. We are discussed. So we won't discuss, we won't recapitulate till the first sloka because still we didn't completed the chapter. Even though we're at the end of the chapter, we are still in this Arjuna's reasons of refusement, where it started from Bhagavad Gita 1.31 to 1.42. So let us see this Arjuna's reasons of refusement had happened in 4 parts. The first part is victory, kingdom, or happiness. Oh Lord, Arjuna says that if I kill all my kindsmen, how can I celebrate my victory? How can I be happy? And how can I rule my kingdom? He said that without their support, without their support verbally or physically or something, without their kind helpness, without their kindness. See, if you would be there in the position of Arjuna, what you would say? Do you say the Arjuna reasons of refusement? Even though I would also say that no, let us go. Let us start the Kurukshetra war. I don't need all this Bhagavad Gita. Let us start with Kurukshetra war. We always say like that. But Arjuna, with his kind heartedness, he's such a great devotee that is giving reasons of refusing this war against this cruel people, Kauravas. They're so much cruel that they're aggressors. Even though the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita is only supporting that if we kill these aggressors, then there is no sin which has been coming us. Even though Arjuna has been saying that sin will overcome us. Sin will overcome us if we kill such aggressors. Such a kind heart Arjuna he has. The third part of reasons of refusement is hearts are overtaken by greed. So what? So why do we need to kill them? They don't have any mistake to. So they don't have any mistake to fight with these other people. We know we are not overtaken by greed. So why do we need all this chestalu? Why do we need all this thing? Let us leave this battlefield and let us go. Let us go to the home. Arjuna said like that. And the fourth and the most important reasons of refusement is the cycle of destruction. The cycle of destruction, if people are new, it had been started everywhere at the starting point of the 39th shloka. And it has been discussed 39th, 40, 41st, and 42nd. 4 shlokas have been discussed completely about the cycle of destruction. And now Arjuna clears Krishna, makes this clear statement that for this cycle of destruction. So we had been completed the recapitulation. So let us go with the sloka recitation. Utsanna kula dharmanam manushanam janardana narake niyatam vaso Bhavati Tanushruma. Repeat after me. Utsanna Kuladharmanam. Utsanna Kuladharmanam. Manushanam Janardana. Manushanam Janardana. Narake Niyatam Vaso. Narake Niyatam Vaso. Bhavati Tanushruma. Bhavati Tanushruma. Okay. Now we will recite at once, united, unison. Utsanna Kuladharmanam Manushanam Janardana Narake Niyatam Vaso Bhavati Tanushruma. Utsanna Kuladharmanam Manushanam Janardana Narake Niyatam Vaso Bhavati Tanushruma. Utsanna Kuladharmanam Manushanam Janardana Narake Niyatam Vaso Bhavati Tanu Shushuma. O Krishna, maintainer of the people, I have heard by the disciplic succession that those whose family traditions are destroyed dwell always in hell. So, here Arjuna is saying that I have heard the disciplic succession. Iti anushruma. Thus, I have heard by the disciplic succession that those whose family traditions who entered this area of the cycle of destruction are destroyed, dwell always in hell. Vasa narake niyatam vasa. Who are always who entered this cycle of destruction, they are totally destroyed, and their house, their residence will become always in hell, dwell always in hell. Arjuna is saying, why risk? Let us go back. He had been mentioned straightforwardly to Krishna, maintaining, saying about the cycle of destruction and giving the most nice example that everyone gets mainly attracted with. If we are in the position of Krishna, what do we do? Do we have any strength to debate against Arjuna that no, 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 let us fight? Or straightforwardly say that, okay, I understood your words, let us go back. Or think, think. I would be in the position of thinking that what should I say? What should I say? And all those lecture of Bhagavad Gita goes off. It totally goes off. The time goes off, everything goes off. And I'll be like this. Arjuna, wait. Arjuna is waiting. Arjuna is watching his time. When will this start? Arjuna says, Arjuna is totally thinking that surely I wanted to go from this Kurukshetra war. And Arjuna is waiting. He's waiting. And we are thinking and thinking. He's seeing his watch. Still time is there, okay? Okay, we'll wait. We are like that. Our position is like that. We don't have any strength until we'll understand this Bhagavad Gita. And until we understand this jnanam of Supreme Personality of Godhead, the supreme knowledge, until Supreme Personality of Godhead will support us in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, then only we can say this Gita. Then only we can say this Gita. It won't come with our words. It will come straightly with the Lord. So that's why it has been said, Bhagavad Gita. The main lessons which has been taught by the Lord to Arjuna, not only to Arjuna, to everyone. So that's called as Bhagavad Gita. Such a beautiful example he gave Arjuna. So now let us see through the shloka. Iti Anushruma. I have heard by the disciplic succession. So let us take an example that there's one particular formula, Pythagoras theorem. Okay? It's too basic, only just to understand that hypotenuse square is equal to all the sum of the sides of the squares of the sides. That's the Pythagoras theorem. If we don't know the Pythagoras theorem, how to eventually understand the Pythagoras theorem, how to apply in the maths problems. Yes, isn't it? If we don't know, where we would go? Do we think that hypotenuse is equal to sum of the hypotenuse? It doesn't even make sense. We don't know that what is Pythagoras theorem. The only thing we should do is that to go straightly to the authorities. Simply, it has been said here also that if you have anything, doubts or some research, you need to straightly go to the disciplic succession started by Krishna himself. So he brought this particular example beautifully from the disciplic succession, not by feeling that, okay, now this family, if this comes here, this happens. He doesn't think, he didn't thought like that. If he thinks like that, then what happens? Krishna says that if you feel like this, sometimes it may be coming, sometimes it may not. So your statement is wrong. So then Arjuna, he said, I have heard by the disciplic succession. Iti Anushruma. One of the beautiful reasons of what Arjuna gave the all examples. So coming back to the concept again. Here, when he is entered in this cycle of destruction, always getting every single fraction of second, fighting, sinful activities. Family tradition had been gone, womanhood had been spoiled, all in waste people had came to this, even though they shouldn't eventually come. I don't know who had been entered, who had been agreed that these people can come to this family. This led to this total destruction of the family, isn't it? Total destruction of the family. So now here eventually Prabhupada mentioned that one who is always engaged in the sinful activities, fraction of second, they would always engage in this, must utilize the process of atonement called prayaschita. So Prabhupada mentioned this, that they must always utilize the process of atonement. There are many types of processes of atonement, just like doing many tapasya, doing yajna yagas, all the other kritus. Many things you can do in this process of atonement. There's also another disadvantage for this, that now it's Kali Yuga. So, sir, you can't do this. You don't have eventually, many people would say that, how can I get the time? I don't have any time. And on the other reasons, if they want to come, some distractions will come. And if there are no distractions, in mind only distractions will come. First, outside distractions will happen, then inside distractions will happen. Outside distractions leads to postponement. That afterwards we'll do, okay? Inside distractions are so dangerous that not only postponement, directly declaration of no, refusement. Here postponement is happening, there refusement is happening. Every single fraction of a second, you will mind something, even though you wanted to be concentrated in this yajna yagas, but still not. You can't get that true fruit of that tapasya or of that yajna yaga kritus or something. So that's the effect of Kali Yuga in this world. So the only process of atonement which has been available, straightforwardly available, the lesson, the valuable lesson we will discuss from the lessons we learn is that chant and be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everyone should chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This is one of the main activities you can only do. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nameva Kevalam. Kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva katiranyada. That's only the thing. If you chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, knowingly or unknowingly, you can get out of this hellish planets, get out of this sinful activities, and go straight to the service of the Lord, to the Goloka Vrindavan. So that lesson we learned today. So, what is our response? We can say to Arjuna that chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's always nice. Everyone can chant. There is no differentiation that, oh my goodness, he is a Shudra. He should not. Oh wow, he's a Kshatriya. He shouldn't. Because he has so many other things. Oh no, he is one low caste person. Oh no, he is one low graded person. Oh no, he's a less intelligent person. Nothing is been differentiated from that. Just give a japamala to him, whether he is low caste, low graded, less intelligent, or high intelligent, high graded, high class, or middle class, middle graded, anyone it be, or between for them also. Give the japamala and say the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You will enjoy. That's the lesson we learned today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So with today, we completed Bhagavad Gita 1.43. So there are 3 other shlokas still there. So the 3 parts of agendas have been completed today. Now let's go to the 4th part. So announcements. Wednesday, Thursday, Bhagavad Gita as it is. We will discuss. If it will be Wednesday, no Thursday. If it will be Thursday, no Wednesday. Okay. Friday, the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. The last week also, the last Friday, we discussed about the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. Saturday, perfect answers for beginners. So today we have been said that Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Gataranyada. And in Saturday, we will discuss it more explicitly with the purpose of our great Vaishnava Acharyas, the servants of the Lord, of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, all these other people. Why should we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? And Monday, at the end, we will discuss Srimad Ramayanam, Balakanda. So with this, we had been completed our total parts of agenda. So let us end our session with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय। नामाचार शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। हरे कृष्णा।